this out. First of all, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning because I went to bed at like 6. I was so tired. So I'm just up. So, check this out. Yeah, a couple of things are on the brain today. Okay. So first of all, the first one is I had this dream about 2 nights ago. And when I tell you it was the scariest crap I have ever experienced, just in general, yeah. To say the least, like it's been on my brain probably for the past 2 days. Like I just been, yeah, trying to figure out what's going on here. So this is what happened in my dream. First of all, I died in my dream. And I came back to life, which is, you know, but it was so scary. I mean, literally when I woke up, I was in tears. Like I was just, man, I was a mess. And so a couple of things really resonated with me because the first thing was, as I was like, okay, like this is so scary. You know, okay, first of all, I need to get my affairs in order. That's what I thought about. And then the second thing, which I thought was really impactful, was I think that I discovered the depth of love, right? So, like one of the things in my dream, like I went to this memorial and I went to my own memorial, like it was scary. So, and I saw like all these nice things that people had to say, and I was devastated, right? I was like, oh my god, I was like all these people. I was like, man, it's like I really love them. Like it really makes me tear up when I think about it. But I think like for a very long time, like I was just very closed off to just love in general, right? Like it was just a brick wall, honestly. Like it was almost like barbed wire around this junk, like just barbed wire. And so, I think because I've taken time and I'm really I've taken time to begin loving me and being okay with who I am and things like that, is that, once you start loving yourself, you can't help but love other people. Like you just can't. At least that's been my experience. Is that so the depth of love, like I was like, gosh, like we go through life sometimes and it's just like we have all these people around us that like really mean something to us. And I think in my dream when I saw, I was like, God, these people mean so much to me. You know what I'm saying? And so, it just, I guess it was just like an open heart is really the way that, living life for me. It was like, okay, gotta have an open heart, and so then that made me think even more. I was like, okay, like there's nothing to hold back in life in general, like what I thought about my job was like, dude, this is it. Like I can't go back and hop back into life. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? So literally, it's almost as if it's like now or never, literally, for us to create the life we want and do the things that we want to do. It's literally now or never. Like we say this all the time, and I think that's what I got in my dream. Like say this all the time, like, oh, I don't have time, or life's too short. This could, this tomorrow, live every day like it lasts. But literally, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt that in my core, like all the way down. It was just like there's nothing to hold back in life, like in general. Like it's nothing. What am I to myself? I was like, what am I waiting on? Like what am I doing here? Just just go all in. If you have people in your life, like give them yourself 100. You know what I'm saying? Bring your 100 every day. If you're doing something, like give it your all. Like all of it. It's nothing to be held back when we talk about living. When we talk about just experiencing this thing that we call life. Like we have one go round at this thing, and it almost speaks to the quote that say, hey, if you do it right, that's all you need. So I think that dream really showed me that there's nothing to hold back, for real. Like nothing. It could change in an instant. Like our lives could change instantly. So it's like, dude, just go all in. Go all in. Don't hold nothing back. Just dive on in that thing. Just dive in. Dive all the way in. Be all the way in. Be fully present. Be in the moment. Just enjoy. Create the type of life you want. Like all of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got that. And then the second thing was is that sometimes your mess can become your message, right? So I say this because yeah, I think about, like, I've been thinking about like the things that I struggle with, because I was looking back at one of my old journals. Like, I was looking back and I was just like, man, I was like, this has been a long journey, man. Like, I think I'm starting to see the benefits now and starting to really, push through some walls and things like that. But I was like, man, this been a long journey. But what I'm starting to realize is that those hard parts of our life, and even the things that we struggle with, like the things, I'm sure that we can think about things right now that we're like, okay, I am really having a time with this thing. Like, I am having a really tough time. And so I look back in the past, and one of the things that I have constantly struggled with, is just like vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? And I think also, like, things in the past, like speaking up, speaking my truth. Um, but I look back on those tough times, and I look back at that struggle, and then also, oh yeah, another thing was like self love. I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, I've always kind of struggled with self love, self esteem, things like that, or at least over the past couple years for sure, But what I realized, that because of the mess that I was experiencing during that time, it became my message in a sense. So I say my message because there's no way that I ever would have even scratched the surface of discovering what my purpose was if I didn't go through that, right? Like, because I understand what it's like not to love yourself, not to, to just be your own worst critic every day. You know what I'm saying? To be just speaking yourself and being completely unconscious. Like, because I know that experience, because I went through that, I think it's gonna allow me to help other people, because that's my, I feel like that's my purpose in life. My purpose is to empower people, because I get it, man. I get it. I get it when you hit that wall, you get stuck, and it's like, I don't think I can get over this, man. Like, I don't think, like, I've been there. I know, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult to push past those points. So, because of those struggles and that experience, I think that it challenged me, but it also allowed me to learn something, right? So, the mess that you may be experiencing in this moment, the things that you are grappling with, you having a hard time with, even sometimes your weak spots, your blind spots that you were even unaware of, the things that you having a time with, those things are, as I always say, they're here to teach you, but also they're gonna bless you to tell another person, to help another person. I was reading this quote online, and it was like, because of my story, or what my experience been, it allows me to share with others and help them as well. So you never know. You never know how you could bless another person or help another person, by the experience that you've had. Because that's what makes us all so unique, is that we have all these different gifts and experience and personality traits that allow us to share with the world, and really, that by you sharing and by you bringing your 100%, your authentic you and your story, you never know. You may be able to help another person. So, and I think that the mess that I experienced, like, the struggle, inside, the internal dialogue, the grappling, is what allowed me to discover what my true purpose was in life. So, that's my big takeaway. Number one, be all the way in 100%. If you live it right, y'all, you need is one time. All you need is one time for this go round, right? So put your 100% all day, every day. Put it all in. Live your life fully. Don't hold nothing back. It's nothing to hold back, folks. Let's go all the way up, all the way up. And then number two is that sometimes the mess you experience, or even the mess that you go through, it can become your message, right? Like, it becomes your message to help others. It can actually become a strength, right? And so, like, oh yeah, this is another point I forgot to add, is that like, I was talking to my Sure thing the other day, and I was saying, I said, I appreciate, you know, the experience because, you know, because of the worst coming out of me, I had to face myself. You know, I had to literally face myself 100%. And that's the only way I was able to overcome and get to where I am now as a person. Like, the only way I was able to level up because I had to literally face myself. And so now the things that were my deficiencies, because I understand the struggle, and they become my strengths, right? They become some of the things that are probably I think one of my better qualities now. So that was my big takeaway. So please subscribe, please share, because guess what, baby? It's all love. But it's the Dorky Jock signing off, baby. And I'm out.